do this so I can improve later. Okie dokie. So yeah, I am so grateful that you've chosen to spend your weekend with me. And it's sure to be a magical experience. So I thought I'd ask a question to start with, just to get to know each other a bit. So I was wondering, you know, what magical creature would you be and why? I'll go first. I'd probably be a fairy because I've always loved them, and I still have some like fairy statues in my room. And why? Well, because they can fly, you know, and they're also magic and wise, things that I really want to be. So yeah, who'd like to go next?
I can go next. I would be a unicorn because they're colourful, unique, magnificent, and they bring joy to everyone. So.
Beautiful.
My turn?
Yep. So what magical creature would you be, Catherine?
I'd be an angel.
Oh, that's beautiful. Why would you be an angel?
Oh, well, because they're celestial beings and they are everywhere, and you don't know they're there, and then they're there, and yeah, bring you warm, fuzzy moments. And
oh, beautiful. Oh, that's awesome. Okay, so today, oh dear. Sorry about that. I've got to remember to click on my Word notes. So today we're going to dive into who you really are, start to understand more about yourself. We're going to have a look at your top values. We're going to uncover those feelings that you just really, really love to experience. You're going to create a life vision. And we're going to dream big and create some big magical goals. Now, this event is kind of like, you know, when you get a new year and you're like, oh, I'm going to make all these New Year's resolutions, and I'm going to dust off the past of the old year and stuff. And yeah, so this is an opportunity to like reconnect with yourself, your dreams, your passions, and try and find that magical life. Because there's a magical life waiting, you know, full of possibilities and experiences to bring you joy. So get ready for the adventure ahead. Now, take this time, you know, it's a time to create, to dream, to grow, and to be the most wonderful you. You know, too often we get lost in these, you know, current times, the COVID times, as I refer to them. Stuck in a life that we didn't choose to live. Like, we didn't choose lockdowns, we didn't choose all that stuff. But we do have choices. We get to choose what to focus on. We get to choose what we do with our lives. Yeah, sweet. So we will move on to a little bit about, oh dear. All right, we'll get the hang of that eventually. Okay, so a little bit about me. I'm an adventure lover, a lover of the bush, connections and magic. But throughout COVID, I spent way too much time numbing with Netflix, you know, hoping to get out of lockdown or that things would go back to normal. I find it really hard to remember back to 2019 when none of us had heard of COVID, vaccines, or thought about the word pandemic. So instead of going back, it's time to create a new normal, or so they say, new normal. But my life's never really been normal. Growing up on a farm in outback New South Wales, that gave me plenty of adventures and a love for being in the bush. literally the middle picture there. Yeah, so that led me to like a career path as an outdoor recreation guide. Touring throughout the countryside, canoeing, caving, hiking, abseiling, that was my normal. Until the whole tourism industry shut down. No more camps, no more fun. So I had to evolve and grow and change. So I did a neuro-linguistic programming course to learn how to be a life coach. You know, I'd always wanted to help people experience the bush, so transferring those skills to helping, you know, people experience themselves in a different way and overcome blocks and mountains in their lives and paddle their way through the adventure called life. So that led me to this point. I felt like this program just needed to be shared. I had a bit of a calling in a way. I was like, I want to do something for free, you know, to give back, contribute to this world, and do something that will help people, you know, get back into the swing of life and make life more exciting again and more magical. Yeah, so mental health has like been a huge problem throughout the COVID times. And I know mine struggled too. I was in a deep, dark hole waiting for it to end, but, you know, it did not end. So I either had to change my thoughts or give up completely. So I decided a new mindset was required to see if I could lift, you know, rather than focus. Hang on, to see what I could do like with this life now in the current reality. To focus on, you know, what I could do rather than what I couldn't do. So I couldn't go see my family. I couldn't go on adventures. But what can I do? Which led me to this process. Now, I've done various goal-setting processes, courses on manifestation, and this process is what has worked for me. So I thought I'd share it. Because I know deep down that my main purpose on this earth is to create magical, life-changing experiences for people. So I truly hope it does that for you. Okay. So my promise to you is to give you my all throughout the next 2 days to propel you into this magical life full of your personal power. I promise, you know, to give you this process. You can use it repeatedly when you get a little lost, like I do it all the time. You know, every 6 months at least kind of thing, because, you know, your vision changes, you know, you change and grow. I'll be passionate in helping you realize your true power. And I'll try and help you understand how you can live that magical life. Now, just know that I will swear when I get really passionate. You know, there's a few F-bombs that will fly. You know, it's not meant to be offensive. It's just out of passion. So, yeah, those passionate words are going to fly. Now, if you could make a few promises to yourself, to me, and to the process. Now, you have to be open to it. And that means, you know, trying your best throughout the process. You know, you get what you give. So, you know, if you give all that passion and intensity, it'll come right back at you through, you know, your life experiences and stuff like that. Yeah, give yourself permission to just go all in. You know, there's incredible power when you say something to yourself, say that, yep, I'm going all in. And, you know, saying that to the universe is like saying, I'm ready. And, you know, the shifts begin to change and the universe just opens up a whole new world for you. You know, you've got to be open to, you know, what you believe is possible, because what you believe is possible can become your reality. So share your ahas within the group and on the Facebook page if you're part of that. Yes, so now is a time to remember who you really are, like deep, deep down who you really are. because life is more infinitely beautiful and magical than we realize. We're extremely powerful beings, and we're just capable of creating magic in this world. So this is a time to, you know, plant your seeds and then watch them grow into big, mighty creations. I also want to mention, you know, with this journey, we're going to leave our dramas at the door. So anything that's going on in your life right now, you know, sit it at the door, you know, it'll be ready for you to pick up after the event. And you don't even have to pick it up if you don't want it at the end, you know. So now's not a time to like worry about what's for dinner, what's going on next week. This is a time to just connect with yourself and your true desires. So yeah, let's leave that stuff at the door, and yeah. So should we get into it? Woohoo! Now this is a tongue-tied. Yes, this is a mixture of a whole heap of different training I've done, from like Tony Robbins, Adele Bashir, Freedom Mastery, Magnetic Mind, just to name a few. And it's also things that I've come up with as well. And yeah, I've pretty well perfected this process over the last 6 years at least. And it's been added to, you know, but these are like the best nuggets and the shit that really works. Okay. So welcome to your new lease on life, to a life where your dreams and goals can be made and achieved, to a magical life where every day you do something that you just love, or something happens and you go, fuck, I just love that. That is so awesome. You know, to me, love is magic and experiences are magic. Achieving your goals is magic. I just love magic so bloody much. And that's why I called it Creating a Magical Life. Okay, now I just want to say to you all, you are not broken. You are enough as you are. You're powerful, creative beings. You know, this process will teach you to come from truth, you know. It'll peel back all the layers, like Shrek and his onion analogy, you know. Ogres are like onions. We are like onions too. We have layers upon layers of who we are. So, yeah, we're all amazing leaders, you know, and what do amazing leaders do? Well, they don't strive to fix themselves. You don't strive to fix yourself. You just be who you are. Go for your goals as you are, as the person that you are. You don't need anything, you know, you don't need to be anything other than who you are to create a magical life. So let's get to know you and create from that space. Because, you know, achieving your goals isn't down to talent. It isn't down to hard work. It's down to orientation. So where you're coming from, and a direction. So where you're going. And if you orientate yourself from your truth and your true power, then you're unstoppable. So are you guys ready to be unstoppable?
Yep.
Okay. Now, there is no one way to achieve your goals. There's your way. Now, this is this is like the scaffolding, you know. So make this yours. I want you to make it yours, you know. Scribble down the margins, highlight, draw, and just let your truth shine. Because, you know, the way you can get the best out of this process is to be as open as possible. Have no resistance. There'll be lots of questions that will make you think, you know, feel, process, learn more about yourself and what you want. There'll be a lot of questions that will get you to dive deep. This is because you must know who you are to know what you want. Has anybody got any questions so far? Beautiful. Okay, so we're going to move on. Oops. Why is that doing that? So there is this first page, Uncovering You. So everyone can turn to that page. So this section is getting a snapshot about, you know, where you are now, where you most want to be. It's going to help you understand what's important in your life, what you need to let go of. So just be honest with yourself. Oops, 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 oops. There. Yes, it's on page 2 if your document has page numbers. I had a bit of an issue getting the page numbers to align. But anyway, so yeah, we're going to answer the next 11 questions until page 8. I'm going to put some music on and I'll just remind you, you know, so we're going to try and do like a minute for each question, like the first thing that pops into your head. Write that down because we're not trying to overthink the question. We're just trying to write what comes up first, you know. And I'll just remind you when to move on to the next question. Any questions?
No.
Okie dokie, artichokes. Oh. Okay, I'll just chuck some music on. So the first question, what are the 3 best things that have happened in my life?
We made plans to kiss the sun at night. Hopeless dreamers, hopeless times. Shedding skin, you show your beauty scars. Don't forget me or who you are. You know this don't feel right. Who knows what we feel? I just met you, I can read your thoughts. What they tell me is what I want. I'll keep you guessing, keep you wanting more.
Okay, let's move on to what would you really want to experience in life if time and money were not an issue?
This don't feel right. Who knows? This could feel right. I just met you. I swear I read your thoughts. So don't forget me or what you want. Light up the stage, make your move, give me something so I can dance in your light and to your breathing. Soon it unfolds who we are in this masquerade of stars. Tear off the mask, the face you hide is what I'm missing.
Okay, what do I want to contribute to this world?
Kiss the sun at night. Hopeless dreamers, hopeless times. One was turning, one was standing still. I won't forget what was promised here. You know this don't feel right. Who knows what we feel? I wanna be free, so free, like a feather blowing through the breeze, like a bird in a tree, like a dolphin in the sea. I wanna fly high, so high, like an eagle in the sky. And when my time has come, I'll let it all go at the side. Pachamama, coming home.
Moving on to who am I? Why am I here?
Where I belong. Pachamama, coming home to the place where I belong. I wanna be free, be the only being that I see. Not to rise and not to fall, be at one with love and all. There is no high, no low, there is nowhere else to go, except inside your heart, and be just who you are. Pachamama, coming home to the place where I belong. Pachamama, coming home to the place where I belong. Pachamama, coming home to the place where I belong. Pachamama, coming home to the place where I belong.
Now, where am I going? How do I want to be remembered when I'm gone?
We were born before the wind, also younger than the sun. Yeah, the bonnie boat was one as we sail into the mystic. Oh, I can now hear the sailors cry, smell the sea and feel the sky. Let your soul and spirit fly into the mystic. Where that foghorn blows, I will be coming home. Yeah, when the foghorn blows, I want to hear it. I don't have to fear it. Just say so.
Okay, what's most important in my life? What do I value most? What am I most passionate about?
Suddenly we will fold into the mystic. When that foghorn blows, you know I will be coming home. Yeah, when that foghorn whistle blows, I gotta hear it. I don't have to fear it, and I'm gonna just be so. Just like way back in the days of old. and together we will move into the mystic. Come on, girl.
Okay. Now, what brings me the most joy and sense of peace in my life?
You know who you are, just follow your heart, follow your heart. You know where to go, just trust in your flow, trust in your flow. You may think that you're running in circles, that doesn't mean you're not moving forward. It's time to trust yourself again. Your dreams are closer than you realize. Keep showing up, don't doubt now. You've come too far to run away. 'Cause you know who you are, just follow your heart, follow your heart. You know where to go, just trust in your flow, trust in your flow. 'Cause love's
Okay, what does a successful life look like for me?
surrounds you everywhere you are. Love surrounds you everywhere you are. Fear may be closing in on your soul, but you don't have to listen to that voice anymore. Keep rising, keep shining, you're not alone. Your light shines out to the world now that you finally answered the call of your soul. Keep dreaming, believe it, you're not alone. 'Cause you know who you are, just follow your heart, follow your heart. You know where to go, just trust in your flow, trust in your flow. 'Cause love surrounds you everywhere you are. Love surrounds you everywhere you are. Love surrounds you everywhere you are.
Okay, what do others admire in me?
You know where to go, just trust in your flow, trust in your flow. 'Cause love surrounds you everywhere you are. Love surrounds you everywhere you are. Love surrounds you everywhere you are. You know who you are, just follow your heart, follow your heart.
Okay, what unique gift do I want to share with the world?
When I no longer fear the unknown, 'cause Cause I know what I am here for. I keep on trotting on my own path. Keep on learning from my present and past, yeah. When I no longer need validation, cause my story is long and I'm patient. I know that I have lessons to learn. Keep my eyes open each step I earn, yeah. No need for me to feel alone, cause I got a place that I call home. Every single road travel, every single new place, I come back home, they accept me with grace, yeah. When I know that I was meant to be here, and I know that I was born into fear, but I will stand tall in the lion's den, cause I know in my heart I am one of them. That there are lies in the facets of everything that we see, that are telling us to be scared when all we ever are is free.
And finally, what are my top 5 achievements in my life?
Cause I am holy and sacred and righteous and true, and I deserve to be here, and so do you. Said I deserve to be here. But I'm in a constant transition, constantly changing vision. Story never certain, there is always a revision to be made. When I think about the demons I have slayed, I am not afraid of confrontation in vain. To the people that see evil not as peaceful as I look, with a warrior at heart, so precaution must be took. But I'm trying to give in to the lessons that will soften my ways and needs are changing, cause I talk to spirit often. Tell me to stay sharp, tell me to stay present, tell me to ignore the fools and focus on the sin. Well, I said I will start my ego and I will remain strong. I will make mistakes and I will often be wrong, but I'm perfectly imperfect and I'm only here to learn, and all the evil on the path gets burned. I said I'm perfectly imperfect and I'm only here to learn, and all the evil on the path gets burned. That there are lies in the facets of everything that we see, that are telling us to be scared when all we ever are is free. I'm letting go of the things that don't serve me no more, cause I am holy and sacred and righteous and true, and I deserve to be here, and so do you.
So once you've answered all those questions, you can go back over your answers and add things if you need to.
The pressure always come from the outside, try not to let it in where I reside. Well, this is my heart, my home, my choice, my love, my life, my path, my voice, yeah. But I feel my heart grow with each step, stand firm in where the path goes next. Well, I know that where it goes is where I need to be. The more lessons rain down, more blessings I see, yeah. So there are lies in the facets of everything that we see, that are telling us to be scared when all we ever are is free. I'm letting go of the things that don't serve me no more, cause I am holy and sacred and righteous and true, and I deserve to be here, and so do you.
Do we need a little bit more time?
I'm good.
Yeah, I think I'm good.
Oh, beautiful. Well, I hope that process was magical. Would anyone like to share any insights they got or learn about themselves, or little ahas or things like that? You don't have to share out loud. You can put it in the chat box if you like.
Yeah.
Cool, cool. Well, we'll move on. Oh, dear.
Well, I just wanted to say.
Oh, yeah? Okay. Yep. Share away.
Why am I here? to use my experiences to help as many people as possible to find, discover, and create their own happiness.
Oh, that's beautiful.
I'll answer the first one. The three best things
Oh, yes.
was 1, meeting and marrying Warren,
Ah,
having my 3 children, and living in Cobar.
oh, beautiful. They're some pretty great things, I would have to say. Okay, so we're going to move on to passions and strengths. Now, our purpose is, sorry, yes, you have a question?
Are we having toilet breaks?
Yeah, we can have one now if you like. Yep,
that
we can
okay?
break now. I had one set for. Yep, let's do a break
So-
now. So we'll do like a 10-minute break. So maybe come back at, I don't know, what's that?
11 o'clock.
Yeah, come back at 11. Let's do that.
Sure.
Yep, yeah, that's totally fine.
Okay. Do we just mute?
Yeah, or you can put off your screen, whatever. I'll just pause the recording.
Who I'm meant to be, this is me. Look out, 'cause here I come. And I'm marching up the street I drum.
Okay, I hope everyone enjoyed the break. Here we go. Okay. So I just wanted to touch on some passions and strengths. So it's, our purpose to find that song in our heart and dance to it. And we all have moments in our lives where we just shine. Times where our strengths, our gifts, our talents, knowledge and skills to excel and grow and contribute to be the best persons we can be. Persons. Connecting to what we're good at, what we love, it can feel a little bit odd. But let me tell you, it can make your life so magical. It keeps us engaged, enthusiastic, and can give you strength when, the going gets tough. So think about, what comes naturally to you. In your family, are you the connector, the comedian, the creative, or the communicator? Are you the storyteller, the organizer, or the nurturer? At work, are you the problem solver, the energizer, the investigator, or the promoter? In the world, are you an explorer, a humanitarian, an inspirer, or adventurer? Think about those activities that really make you happy. What would you do more of, even if you weren't getting paid to do it? Think about those activities you just get so completely absorbed in, where time just seems to disappear. So we're going to move on to our self-discovery questions, which are on this page. I think it's page 8 in my book anyway. If you're doing it on typing, then it might be a bit different. So when you get to know yourself really, really well, creating a magical life is easy because you know what you like, you know what you're good at, and you know what makes you happy. Therefore, you can create a life with more of that in it, which leads to a pretty magical life. So once again, I'm going to put some music on. Just let the answers flow out of you. Step into your heart space and just let it flow. First question, what comes naturally to you? What are your talents, gifts, and strengths? What are you great at?
power of now is here now. The power of you, me is here to create magic on us. The power of love is here now. The power of now is here now. The power of you and me is here to create magic on us. Power of love is here now. Power of now is here now. Power of you and me is here to create magic on us. Power of love is here now. Power of now is here now. Power of you and me is here to create magic on. Let the water wash away your tears. Let the fire burn away your fears. Let the wind blow into your life such faith and trust. Oh, let the earth hold you, take care of you, nurture you. Oh, the power of love is here now. The power of now is here now. The power of you and me is here to create magic on us.
Okay. In this moment, who and what are you grateful for?
Power of now is here now. The power of you and me is here to create magic on us. Power of love is here now. Power of now is here now. Power of you and me is here to create magic on us. Power of love is here now. Power of now is here. Power of you and me is here to create magic on us. Let the water wash away your tears. Let the fire burn away your fears. Let the wind blow into your life such faith and trust. Oh, let the earth hold you, take care of you, nurture you.
Okay. I feel happy and excited when.
The more I struggle and fight, trying to get it all right, I push away the very thing I want, thinking it's all up to me, deciding how it will be, forgetting that I'm guided by the one. The more I struggle and fight, trying to get it all right, I push away the very thing I want, thinking it's all up to me, deciding how it will be, forgetting that I'm guided by the one. So I forgive myself over again, 'cause
Okay.
I'm doing
I feel fulfilled whenever.
and there are no mistakes. I learn every day, and the universe is showing me the way. But sometimes the egoic mind is strong and making me blind. Oh, I run around believing all the lies. When choosing love over fear, a lens that's so bright and clear. All is here, there's nothing to be found. So I forgive myself over again, 'cause I'm doing the best I can. No, there are no mistakes. I learn every day, and the universe is showing me the way. And I'm giving up the need to know it all before. I am mastering the art of letting go. Yes, I was put here for a reason.
Okay, what do you have a flair for?
There's a purpose.
Where do my
and there's a
skills
for
and
my
knowledge
soul.
lie?
So I forgive myself over again, 'cause I'm really doing the best I can. And there are no mistakes. I learn every day, and the universe is showing me the way. Yes, I forgive myself over again, 'cause I'm doing the best I can. And there are no mistakes. I learn every day, and the universe is showing me the way. Yes, the universe is showing me the way. The universe is showing me the way. The universe is showing me the way. Yes, the universe is showing me the way. The universe is showing me.
Okay, what skills are you using when you get so absorbed in an activity you lose track of time? For me, it's painting. I can paint for hours and hours and just lose track of time.
Say seek and you shall find what it is you want in life. We seek to make our dreams and in reality. Not me, not this time. I'm gonna root, I'm gonna rise, I'm gonna dig, I'm gonna reach, I'm gonna go, gonna take that leap. I throw my doubts in the fire, I let them burn in the flames. And when they turn into ashes, I'm going back to the past and walk away. I hear the canyon calling, and I'm gonna go all in. Drop into the bliss and the beauty you become a higher me. Become a higher me.
Okay, how can I use my strengths, passions and knowledge for my future filled with magic?
Deep breath, dip into the ocean, filling up this mind. Well, in the depths, what do you see? Do you find pain? Do you find peace? A catalyst for the good vibrations, giving birth to the strength you need. So I throw my doubts in the fire, I let them burn in the flame. And when they turn into ashes, I'm going back to the past and walk away. I hear the canyon calling, and I'm gonna go all in. Drop into the bliss and the beauty and become a higher me. Become a higher me. Become a higher higher me. Come higher me. I hear the canyon calling, and I'm gotta go on the road, till the bliss and the new me become a higher me. Become a higher me. Become a higher me. Become a higher me.
Okay, what fear do I most want to conquer?
Some of us spend all our time chasing dreams of dollar signs, but I got riches of a different kind. Love's my fortune. 'Cause all of us don't make much sense. They don't bring you happiness. Love's a picture so immense. It's bigger than her. I'm no billionaire, no VIP, no diamonds on my shoes, but I'm living the good life. Living the good life. I got everything I ever need. As long as I got you, we'll be living the good life.
Okay, what is the greatest challenge I've had to overcome?
Living the good life. Living the good life. Look at you and all this sweet. We got the sky and the sun to keep. Just like the sand beneath my feet. You're my kind of gold. Life's no game scratching wind, but it's rugged bridge when you walk it. I don't own a yacht, but I like to swim, and I love rock and roll. And I'm no billionaire, no VIP, no diamonds on my shoes, but I'm living the good life. Living the good life. I got everything I ever need, and as long as I got you, we'll be living the good life. Living the good life. Living the good life. Living the good life. We'll be living the good life. Living. Take a rocket and get some space, man. Give away whatever weighs you down. Just go.
Okay, what would I do if I knew I couldn't fail? Now, failure for me, there's no such thing as failure. There's only feedback. So, you know, what would you do if you knew you couldn't fail?
I'm no billionaire, no VIP, no diamonds on my shoes, but I'm living the good life. Living the good life. I got everything I ever need. As long as I got you, we'll be living the good life. 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 I got the magic in me. Every time I touch that
Okay, and in the next year, I am most looking forward to
it knows I got the
seeing my family.
me. When I hit the floor, the girls come snapping at me. Now everybody wants a blast of magic, 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 magic. Oh, I got the magic in me.
That I let tempo blow your mind. Pick a verse, any verse, I hypnotize you with every line. I'll need a volunteer. How about you with the eyes? Come on down to the front, stand right here and don't be shy. I have you time traveling, have your mind babbling. People trying to inherit the skills, so they asking it. Even David Blaine had to go and take some classes. And I see mind freak like, what's up, man? What's happening? So come on, come on, and see the show tonight. Prepare to be astounded, no ghost or poltergeist. You know I'm no Pinocchio, I never told a lie. So call me Mr. Magic Man, I'm from Cloud Nine.
I got the magic in me.
I got the magic,
Every
baby.
time I touch that track, it turns into gold.
Yes, it turns to gold.
Everybody knows I got the magic in me.
I got the magic,
When I
baby.
hit the floor,
I'll give you guys the rest of this song to, you know, write
Snapping, baby.
extra on your other answers if you need the time.
magic, 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 oh. I got the magic in me.
Take a journey into my mind. You'll see why it's been in my rhyme. Stay on the road, so I call my mom when I got time. I hit the stage, go insane, and jump into that crowd. See when I rhyme, I flow, wanna be like da. See, I deceive you with my intergalactic ether. I think just like Aretha, so respect me like I'm Caesar. I kick it like Adidas, blowing sticky like adhesive. Be cautious, cause what I be on a leave you with amnesia. I break all the rules like Evo Knievel. It's a spectacular show, cause my heart pumps diesel. So whatever you say, it don't entertain my ego. I do this every day. Focus, focus, I got the
Magic in me.
I got the magic,
Every
baby.
time I touch that track, it turns into gold.
Yes, it turns to gold.
Everybody knows I got the magic in me.
I got the magic,
When I
baby.
hit the floor, the girls come snapping at me.
They be snapping, baby.
Everybody wants a blast of magic, 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 oh. I got the magic in me.
Hey, I got that. Hey, I got the magic in me. I got the magic in me.
Yes, you got the magic in you. Oh, congratulations, everybody. Those two lots of questions are some of the hardest, I reckon, because they get you to think differently and get you to think deep and think about things that you haven't thought of before. And you've just completed, you know, the first step to creating a magical life. So well done. Whoop, whoop. So we do have a little bit of time for people to share if you do want to share those ahas that popped out. You know, was it hard to think of things, or, you know yourself pretty well that, you know, it was just flowing out of you like lava. You were like, yep. So, yeah, you can either share voice-wise or put it in the chat box.
The what do I have a flair for?
Oh,
I was
yes.
Connecting with my inner child and using it to create and share colourful magical experiences.
Oh, beautiful. That's awesome. Catherine, you're muted in case you start talking.
Righto. I feel happy and excited when I'm organising an event or doing something for those closest to me, e.g. surprise visit to Nana and Poppy Bob.
Oh, beautiful. I love all that stuff too, you know, organising things and just the build up, just, yeah, it gets you so excited. Yeah, awesome. So we're just going to have a little chat about joy and happiness, you know, because when life's humming, you know, it's pretty awesome. You're on top of your to-do list, you know, you have time for everyone and everything in our lives. There's a sense of meaning and purpose. And, you know, happiness is then more than short-lived. It's like that deep state of fulfillment that comes from like being productive and progressing towards our life's goals. You know, it grows with like rich and beautiful relationships, meaningful experiences, and, you know, that resilience to jump back up when, you know, life throws you a curveball. So we're going back to the slideshow now. Yes, that has worked, I believe. Okay, so I just want you to consider the possibilities for experiencing more joy and happiness. You know, do you want to create deeper relationships, you know, fulfill your bucket list, or, you know, to discover what makes your heart sing? No matter what you're aiming for, just make sure it's more of what you love. You know, that's what creates a magical life, doing the things that you love to do. And happiness and fulfillment come from, you know, living a life that matters, living a life with passion. Oops. There was a joy and happiness slide that was supposed to go along with that. My apologies. You know, it's about making the best of our talents, our abilities, and our circumstances, you know, and asking yourself, how can I fall more in love with my life? Okay, just a little bit about desire now. So what do you desire? Simply because you desire it. Because anything of beauty has been created and is born from desire. It's done simply because it's exciting, it sparkles, it lights you up inside. So step into that desire, you know, focus on what you desire, not what you need, not what you want, on what you just simply desire. Because all of creation was born from desire. You were born from desire. You can have a little think about that one. So tune in to what your soul just desires to create. You know, trust those feelings of like excitement and magic, you know, dare to desire. Step up and become the person that you need to be to make that desire a reality. You know, how do you turn up in the world when all your desires are met? You know, so what we're going to do is we're going to plant those seeds of desire. So, you know, our purpose here on earth, you know, life wants to experience creations and desires. So, you know, you think about all the stories of creation, it's, you know, built from desire. I desire, like, think about God up in his, you know, I desire to create some trees. I desire to create some rivers, you know, everything is born from desire. And you are part of the universe, you know, experiencing itself. You came out of that portal of desire. You're that source energy. So have desires so big, you dare to ask for it, you know, in a world focused on need. Like, so often we get trapped in that need. I need this, I need this, I want this, I want this, you know. Desire is like creation. So sit with yourself and ask yourself, you know, what would I just love to create simply because I desire it? Because I love it and it just lights me up, you know. Go big. There's something so big within you that you came here to birth. And that's how we create a magical life. You know, it's filled with desire, filled with love, filled with excitement, filled with sparkles. Oh, I have so many desires, but most of all, I know that following my desires will lead to leaving this world a different place, simply because I desire it to be so. We're all here to birth our desires. And when you honor yourself and you honor your desires, the universe delivers. Do we need to have a little pause? Oh yes, Catherine's back.
What's going on?
I just had someone at the door, Gail, wanting to know if I had a lemonade tree out the front, not a lemon tree. So she was at the
Someone's
gate.
wanting to scag your lemons.
Yeah, but she thought it was a lemonade, so that's all good. Sorry.
No, all good, all good. So just going to move on to values. So we're going to first, the first step was like figuring out who you are, and, the next step is, figuring out what your values are. So I'm going to give you a couple of minutes to read through your answers to those past questions. Now, if there were words that you repeated or there were themes that ran through those questions, so like words you repeated like love or, things like that. So I'm going to put on a song. So read back through your answers. You can highlight those themes or just make notes of, what sort of things got repeated, stuff like that. So, yeah.
I know that it's real, 'cause it's something I can feel deep inside, moving through my bones. Movement in this dream, it's not always what it seems. Truth be told, hidden in your soul. So let more, let yourself unfold and see your way through. And love more, let yourself unfold and breathe through it all. Through it all. Hear what you can and find out where you stand. There's joy ready to be heard. Express from within what you've been keeping in. There's magic in the world when you let it go. So love more, let yourself unfold and see your way through. And love more, let yourself unfold and breathe through it Feel what you feel, feel what you feel, feel what you feel, let it go. Feel what you feel, feel what you feel, feel what you feel, let it go. Feel what you feel, feel what you feel, feel what you feel, let it go. Feel what you feel, feel what you feel, feel what you feel, let it go.
Cool, cool. Have we all read through our answers?
Yep.
Okay, so, you know, when you know what you value, it's much easier to designate time towards the things we love and love about ourselves. You know, if you live your life according to your core values, you know, you're much more fulfilled and can have more magic in your life. So now we're going to list our values from most important to least important. They're all important, but, you know, there's a, you know, step-by-step thing to what's like really, really important to me and what's, you know, still important, but not really, really. So if you have more than 5, we're going to whittle it down to 5 because 5 is easy to remember. Now, there are some examples of values on page 14. If you are stuck, you can like read through that list and see what pops out to you, what you really want to embody, you know, and also think about when you're your happiest, you know, what's important to you in those times. So I'll put on another song and write down those top 5 values.
There's something happening here. There's something happening here. There's something happening here.
How's everyone going with that? Got a top 5?
I need a little bit more time.
Bit more time? Okie dokie, no worries.
Young people speaking their minds, but getting so much resistance from behind. there's something happening here. 1,000 people in the street singing songs and carrying signs.
How'd everyone go whittling down? Awesome. Okay. So now we've figured out our 5 values, think about how you can, live a life embracing them. What are the things you can do to encourage those values? And this will most definitely lead to a more fulfilled and creative life, and one that's oh so magical. When I live by mine, which are connection, creativity, love, fun, and experience, my life just is so magical. Like when I'm, doing those things and, embracing them into your daily life. So, when I go to wash up, it's like, okay, how can I make this experience, a fun adventure, and like, making that happen. So, it's bringing those values into your everyday life. So now we're going to move on to page 15, which is defining your values. So this is a key step because everyone defines words in different ways. For example, love, it can mean, family love, relationship love, friend love. So defining what that word actually means to you is so important. For example, when I first did this process, one of my values was openness. And my definition was being free to speak my mind without fear of judgment. So, it's whatever you define that word as. So I'll put on a couple of songs and we can figure out how we define each of our values.
And I had a demon up in my head, was chewing up my life away, yeah. I knew in my heart I'm good, I'm learning how to stay good. I just want to live free and fly right through the day, yeah. With kindness in my heart, an act of kindness is a start. I'ma hit 'em with the A-OK, and I'ma hit 'em with the A-OK. We're gonna be A-OK, 'cause we hit 'em with the A-OK. Everything we do in this life, on the path of freedom to live righteous. You gotta live better than you ever. The only person better is yourself-love. So yesterday, well about it, learn about it, how we couldn't work without it. I wanna be the best man I can be. Surround myself with earning good energy. I look to God for strength and guidance on the way. Our journey is eternal, learning every day. Oh, A-OK, and I'ma hit them with the A-OK. And we're gonna be A-OK, because we hit them with the A-OK. Acts of kindness, people show us to remind us, yeah. Some people so negative, but love is the answer and the remedy. I'm a young Gazi boy, yeah. I got my head screwed on, but now I see a new face of a nation. All my brothers, sisters, leaders of the generation. Mama raised me on a single budget. I don't know what she got into, but she loved me back. She got me a CD player radio. Now she hears the eagle on the radio. Smiling, looking in my rear view. I follow my passion for a reason, Lord. Let that inner love be your leader, Lord. Love and compassion can be your healer, Lord. For all them fighting every day. And all them single moms with one on the way. Yeah, you're gonna be okay. And I'ma hit them with the okay. We're gonna be okay. We hit them with the okay. We hit them with the
In a world of all brothers, so many brothers, the neighbors didn't stand a chance. From the wrong part of town, we didn't know what we didn't have. One was a hero, one's a boy, one was a comedian. One could win your heart, the other break you know. It's hard being from this small town, carrying these big dreams. It's hard to break the mold without breaking everything. I need good people calling me, oh, good people all around me. Can change the cards that I've been dealt. I can cash them in with your help. Good people calling me, oh, good people all around me. Out of the ashes we can rise. We can change our story in time. We all fell in love so crazy and loud. Those ladies didn't stand a chance. From the right part of town, oh, they knew what we didn't have. One's like my mama, one's a poet, one's a lightning bolt. Oh, oh. One could win the world, the last will never know. It's hard bringing these different worlds together in this small home. Life without you, baby, it's a life I don't want to know. I need good people calling me, oh, good people all around me. Can change the cards that I've been dealt. I can cash them in with your bill. Good people calling me, oh, good people all around me. Out of the ashes we can rise. We can change our story in time.
How's everyone going defining their values? Awesome. Okay, now we have 2 questions. I just want you to ask yourself, am I proud of my values? And would I be comfortable sharing my values with people I respect? Okay, if the answer is yes, then let's hear them. You can either chuck them in the chat or you can share them out loud. You know, be brave and, you know, yeah, have a share.
Do you want the value and your description of what it means to me?
Oh, you can just say your values or you can do the description if you really want to.
So I have creativity, to use your imagination to create, connection, to honor the experiences you have with yourself and others, trust, to have faith in your decisions and truths, happiness, to feel a light with bubbling joy, and bravery to step into the fear and pushing for more.
Oh, they're beautiful values. Well done.
Okay, my first one, and I'll put two together, love and family. The love I have for my family members, both immediate and extended. Second one, same as Bex, connection between myself and those I interact with, family, friends, colleagues, everyday people. Third was balance between my job, family, friends, and myself, and the roles I take on. Number 4 was faith, following my faith and its influence on my attitudes and focus for my day-to-day interactions. And number 5 was thoughtfulness, that I'm always this when I'm interacting with all the roles I take on, and the purpose of my life is filled with thoughtfulness.
Oh, they're beautiful. Well done. So I guess you can safely say, you're comfortable sharing your values. But if, people watching the replay or whatever, if you can't say yes to that, you might need to review what you picked, so you can confidently say yes and share them with your family and friends. Now, with those values, I want you to write them on Post-its, stick them around your house so you're constantly reminded of them. Stick them on the fridge, stick them on your computer, put them inside drawers, so you're constantly reminded. Now, there are some other ideas in the booklet, but Post-its is what I've found works the best. Just random ones everywhere. So, I'll pull out my undy drawer and there's my values, stick it in there, and I'm like, oh, yes. So, yeah, having them around you will constantly remind you to, bring them more and more into your life. Yeah, and remind you to live towards what you value most. Okay. Oops. Does anyone need a break? We could do a little 10-minute. We'll get through feelings then. Okie dokie. So what I want you to do is to close your eyes. Okay. Now I just want you to think about some of the hardest times or experiences in your life. What were you craving to feel? What were you needing in those moments? Okay, you can open your eyes and there's a little box there that you can write down those feelings in. And once you've done that, I just want you to close your eyes again. Cool. Do we have those down? Just put a thumbs up if you've got those feelings. Yep, sweet. Okay, so close your eyes again. Now I just want you to think back to some of the best moments in your life. The ones that felt so freaking good on the inside, those joyous sparks of happiness. How did that feel? Where in your body? What kind of feeling is it? Okay, you can open your eyes and write down those feelings as well. Cool, cool. Now on page 17, there is a big long list of feelings. So you can go through these, and we're going to try and narrow it down to our top 3 feelings. So the feelings you just love to experience, okay? And we're going to write those down on page 18. So I'll chuck a couple of songs on. Yeah, let's write down those top 3 feelings.
In hindsight, I wish I'd made more time, sharpen my tools, and blindside, can rewrite and find my softer shape. Please stop, I've had enough small talk, this is a non-negotiable term. These opportunities will give me what I need to level up life. I can fuck with that, hell yeah, that's my vibe. All I needed was a seat at the table. Shut the front door, sit your ass down. This is me when I'm feeling my feelings. Feeling my feelings. Feeling my feelings. Tiring of my wiring system update just to get back in touch. Shattered all the patterns, the harder lessons, so don't give up. Please stop, I've had enough small talk, this is a non-negotiable term. These opportunities will give me what I need to level up life. I can fuck with that, hell yeah, that's my vibe. All I needed was a seat at the table. Shut the front door, sit your ass down. This is me when I'm feeling my feelings. Feeling my feelings. Feeling my feelings. Bad timing's actually the best timing when you can't stop laughing at me. I'm finding that a silver lining's always there, but you gotta believe. I can fuck with that, hell yeah, that's my vibe. All I needed was a seat at the table. Shut the front door, sit your ass down. This is me when I'm feeling my feelings. 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 Feeling my feelings.
Do you need a little more time? Nah. Cool, cool. So, you know, this has helped me so much, like the feeling side of it, is it was a new discovery for me. So my top 3 feels are connected, magical, and adventurous. So they're the feelings that I really love to feel. So what, you know, how can I like bring that into my daily life? Like the example before was like washing up, you know, how can I make that feel adventurous, you know, like things like that. So like I'll put music on and have like a dance party washing up, and you know, that's, you know, pretty fun for me. So yeah, it even helps with your decision making. So, you know, like your decisions to do something. So you have to think about it. Oh, is it going to make me feel connected? Is it going to make me feel magical? Is it going to make me feel adventurous? So I'm hoping that this event, you know, feels connective, magical, and adventurous for you, because they're my 3 top feels. Now, if you combine these with your values, like some of them may be very similar, because like adventure and connection are on my values list as well. But you can let them guide you towards that magical life. So yeah, once again, with your feelings, also put those post-its everywhere. And especially at places where you make your decisions. So, you know, like, oh, what am I, like, I have it all at my desk kind of thing, because that's where I, you know, do those phone calls, do those emails and stuff like that, that I have to decide what I'm going to do, sort of thing. So would anyone like to share their top 3 feels?
Unique, playful, and free.
Beautiful.
Mine were blessed, kind, and thankful.
Oh, stunning. Love it. Love it. So we can either have a break now for lunch, or we can just do a little 10-minute break. What would you guys prefer?
Just 10 minutes will do.
Just 10 minutes? Okay, sweet. So we'll just have a little toilet break then. So come back at like 10 past, I guess.
What? Oh, yeah.
10 past 12. That's what it is about here.
Yep, righto.
Yep.
My clock fast.
Your clock's fast, yes. Well, you got less time then.
Volume up again.
What's that?
Did you put your volume up again?
My volume, should I turn it down a bit? A bit squawky? Okay, how's that for volume wise?
That's good.
Very good. Okie dokie. So, I think we'll move on to the next slide. Yes, oh dear. Okay, so we're going to move on to our vision. So we've done all the prep work. You know, we know who we are, we know what we value, and we know what we want to feel. So, you know, a life without vision, you know, can seem like you're drifting aimlessly in life, you know, no purpose or direction. You know, it's hard to get excited or feel a sense of energy, enthusiasm, or magic when you don't have a vision. You can't determine your like ideal way of living. So having a clear vision for your future is both motivating and really inspiring. So a vision's what drives you. You know, the decisions and actions that bring the most fulfillment, the most joy, the most magic. So answering the above questions has, you know, helped you figure out what you're passionate about, and, you know, that'll assist you in defining and crafting your life vision. So what I like to do when you know, I've created lots of visions for my life, and it changes over the years, and, you know, different things become important. But I like to get into that state of being a kid, you know, like everything, you know, is filled with wonder. You know, you're inspired by fun things, you know, sparkles and things that just would be so freaking cool to do, so freaking cool to have, and, you know, so freaking cool to be. So on page 19, if that's correct for you, there is this vision page here. So your vision will define what you love to do, be, create, feel, or share. So create something that inspires you. Don't try to make it perfect. You know, there's no right or wrong way to describe your ultimate vision. However, do keep in mind that if you're trying to fix something in your current reality, it's not a true vision. So say, you know, you're really broke and you're like, oh, you know, I vision myself as, you know, like a millionaire. Sure, that's a great vision, but are you trying to fix something, or are you just creating from that desire place? You know, it's things that you just love to create. Yeah, so true vision is like pure creation. You're not trying to fix anything. So yeah, thinking about what you'd love to create, what you desire simply because you do. So we are going to write out, oh dear, write out a vision for your life. So I'll put a couple of songs on. Yeah, go nuts.
Now I don't wanna float through life on a cloud of man-made ice. Don't want it to pass me by. Don't want it to pass me by. Saddle up now for the ride. Waiting for the moon to rise. Don't want life to pass me by. Don't want life to pass me by. But I've been waiting for a magic moment. But maybe there are magic moments. Could it be a magic moment now? I've been waiting for a magic moment. But maybe there are magic moments. Maybe it's a magic moment now. Darling, it's a magic one, light, light, light. Oh, honey, it's a magic one, light, light, light. Baby, it's a magic one, light, light, light. When you can find magic every day, night, night, night. Magic in an everyday night. Magic in an everyday night. Magic in an ordinary life. Magic in an ordinary life. Magic in an everyday night. Magic in an everyday night. Magic in an ordinary life. Magic in an ordinary life. Now I can see the rain come down, but I know the seeds be found. I can watch them grow up now. I can watch them grow up now. In the flower's face I see, in the flower's face is me. I can watch me grow up now. I can watch me grow up now. But I've been waiting for a magic moment. But maybe there are magic moments. Could it be a magic moment now? I've been waiting for a magic moment. But maybe there are magic moments. Baby, it's a magic moment now. Darling, it's a magic one, light, light, light. Oh, honey, it's a magic one, light, light, light. Baby, it's a magic one, light, light, light. When you can find magic every day, night, night, night. Magic in an everyday night. Magic in an everyday night. Magic in an ordinary life. Magic in an ordinary life. Magic in an everyday night. Magic in an everyday night. Magic in an ordinary life. Magic in an ordinary life.
Call it magic. Call it true. Call it magic. When I'm with you, and I just got broken into two. Still I call it magic when I'm next to you. And I don't. No, I don't, it's true, I don't, no, I don't. don't, it's true. I don't know, I don't know, I don't know, I don't want anybody else but you. Call it magic. Cut me into two. With all your magic, I disappeared from view, and I can't get over, can't get over you. Still I call it magic. You're such a precious truth. Anybody else but you? I don't know, I don't know, I don't know, I don't. No, I don't, it's true. I don't know, I don't know, I don't know, I don't want anybody else but you. I fall so far. I wanna fall. I fall so far. And call it magic. And call it true. Call it magic. And if you were to ask me, after all that we've been through, still believe in magic? Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Of course I do.
Has that been enough time for everyone to get their vision down? Okay. Now I hope we've all got some, pretty magical vision statements. One of the first ones I made was to give fun-filled experiences to others that help them realise their true selves, and to love everyone and everything. It's since evolved over the years as I learn more about myself and what I'm here to create. And I do this process fairly often, especially when I need to remember, who I am and why I'm here, when those whirlwinds of life come along and, you get caught up in the COVID times or, any drama that comes along and you're like, oh, I just need to remember, who I am, why I'm here. So I'll read over my vision or I'll create a new one. Does anyone want to share their vision?
Okay. To be a creative, unique, free, colourful, spiritual being. To share my authentic, unicorn self. To inspire others to share their truths. To create spaces and experiences / adventures that push people to find their passions, what makes them happy and whole. To be a connected divine healer and spreading love and wisdom everywhere I go.
Oof, that's beautiful.
Let me do mine.
Yeah, if you like.
To be passionate about what I'm doing, to care for and be cared for, to take each moment and make the most of it, find time to enjoy things I like to do, find the blessings in all I do and the people I'm with, be thankful for my family, thankful that I have health to continue to strive and thrive in what I do.
Oh, that is beautiful. Definitely some magical visions there. So now I want you to just ask yourself, you know, is my vision emotionally charged? Does it compel me to take action? Is it specific? And is it measurable? Now, if the answer is no to any of those questions, you know, a bit more time just needs to be put into your vision to ensure it's like really juicy and really inspiring. Okay. Oh, we've done so much work today and you're all doing really amazing. So this is the second last activity. And it's, you know, I want to take you through some goal setting. Now, this is a time to dream big, dream massive, get really huge, you know. If there was no limit to what you could be, buy, or become, you know, what would you do in the next 20 to 50 years? If you could not fail, what would you do? Don't be realistic. Dream big and bold. No SMART goals for this section, you know, those specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, time-based goals. Forget that premise for this activity. Instead, big goals, big visions, big dreams, and big desires for your life. You know, what goals and experiences will give you the best set, will give you the most sense of accomplishment, purpose? What do you want to do more of? So list all the goals you want to achieve in all areas of life. You know, your health, relationships, work and business, fun and recreation, money, personal growth, and spiritual goals. So I'm going to play a few songs and, you know, get dreaming, dream big.
Stamina. Wanna not close my eyes, but I got stamina. And I see another mountain. I got stamina. I need another lover. I got stamina. Don't give up, don't give up, don't give up, no, no, no. Don't give up, don't give up, don't give up, no, no, no.
I'm the youth, hey, I am the greatest, hey, this is the proof, hey, I work hard, pray hard, pay dues, hey, I transform with pressure, I'm hands-on with effort, I fell twice before, my bounce back was special, let downs will get you, and the critics will test you, but the strongest survive, another scar may bless you, I don't give up, no,
Do what you have to do. Say what you have to say. Feel your heart and trust your soul. They know the way. Follow what feels good. Those subtle little clues. Listen to your belly that is always speaking to you. There's a waterfall of wisdom at your fingertips. If you would only reach a little further in. Everything you're looking for, the pieces of your puzzle, all the love you seek, it is right there at your feet. She's calling for your light, the goddess on the right. Strip away all your protection and open your eyes. Heaven is on earth in every breath you breathe, anchoring a new vibration, a new way to be. There's a waterfall of wisdom at your fingertips. If you would only reach a little further in. Everything you're looking for, the pieces of your puzzle, all the love you seek, it is right there at your feet. And it's up to you to decide. Will you stand by the sidelines or join the ride? Stop waiting for someone to give you permission. Only you can make the decision. There's a waterfall of wisdom at your fingertips. If you would only reach a little further in. There's a waterfall of wisdom at your fingertips. If you would only reach a little further in. There's a waterfall of wisdom at your fingertips. If you would only reach a little further in. There's a waterfall of wisdom at your fingertips. If you would only reach a little further in. I've got a demons that won't have me sleep. Call to the sea, retreat, abandon me. But I won't ever give up, no, never give up, no, no. No, I won't ever give up, no, never give up, no, no. And I won't let you get me down. I'll keep getting up when I hit the ground. No, I'll never give up, no, never give up, no, no. Oh, and I won't let you get me down. I'll keep getting up when I hit the ground. No, I'll never give up, no, never give up, no, no. Oh, I found my way, found my way. Oh, 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 I found my way, found my way. Oh, 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 I found my way, found my way. Oh, 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 I found my way, found my way. Oh, 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 I'm haunted by the distant bed. Caught to the skies, but she was over again. But I won't ever give up, no, never give up, no, no. No, I won't ever give up, no, never give up, no, no. And I won't let you get me down. I'll keep getting up when I hit the ground. No, I'll never give up, no, never give up, no, no. Oh, and I won't let you get me down. I'll keep getting up when I hit the ground. No, I'll never give up, no, never give up, no, no. Oh, I found my way, found my way. Oh, 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 I found my way, found my way.
more song just to dream big.
You said that you never had a man, nobody needs you. So cry. You pray that life goes by just to deceive you. By your time, you're getting old, and the longer you take, the longer your pain will grow. It will grow. You can close your eyes and hope that when you open, then you can bring new life. Rectify. You can hide. You can give your life. You can lose your soul. You can bang your head or you can drown in a pool. Nothing lasts forever, but you can try. Look around you. Everyone you see, everyone you know is gonna shine. Grow up and make the best of what you got. Of what you got. Of what you got. The days are going by. You're sitting on your ass and you're wondering why, yeah. You can give your life, or you can lose your soul. You can bang your head, or you can drown in a hole. Nothing lasts forever, but you can try. Look around you, everyone you see, everyone you know is gonna shine. You can bang your head or you can drown in a hole. Nothing lasts forever, but you can try. But look around you, everyone you see, everyone you know is gonna shine. You say that you never had a man, nobody needs you. So cry. You believe that life goes by just to deceive you. Or buy your time, won't buy your time. You're getting old, and the longer you stay, so your pain will grow, it'll grow. You can close your eyes and hope that when you open them, you got a brand new life. Or you can lose your soul. You can bang your head, or you can drown in a hole. Nothing lasts forever, but you can try. Look around you, everyone you see, everyone you know is gonna shine. You can bang your head or you can drown in a hole. Nothing lasts forever, but you can try. But look around you, everyone you see, everyone you know is gonna
Awesome. I hope you got some magical goals listed there. Would anyone like to share a goal that's going to propel them into their magical life? You're both on mute if you do want to share.
I may share.
Yep.
One of mine was to travel around Australia in our caravan.
Oh, that's pretty magic. Don't have to share if you don't want to, Beck. It's fine.
Oh, yeah, it's fun. To celebrate spirit and lead events of connection.
Oof, yeah, magic. I can feel it. Awesome. So our last activity for today is to look through that big list of goals. Now there's a table on the next page that is split into different categories. So there's health, spiritual, personal growth, relationships, career and business, fun and recreation, money and family. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to sort our goals into those categories. Oh dear. Yes, we're going to sort those goals because we've got a big list and we're going to sort it out. So this is a great activity because you're able to focus on certain areas of life at a time and get that area humming really, really well. Because it can be really overwhelming when you have a big list of everything you want to achieve, you know, like you can spread yourself too thin, you know, trying to work on your health and your money and your family and try and fit some career and business, and it gets overwhelming. So this way you can like focus down on a specific thing, you know, and do that thing really, really well and feel success in that goal area and then move on to the next one. Sure, there are things you can focus on at the same time, like career and business and money work really well together for goals, as well as like fun and recreation and family. They go really well together. So this process is to kind of like funnel it all down into like a systematic process, just so you don't get overwhelmed by this huge, big goal list. So what we're going to do is, yeah, I'll chuck on a couple more songs and we can filter out those from that big list.
I don't know, but I've been told you never grow up if you feed your soul. Like a child, you will run free and wild under the sun. You and me, we've been running out of patience, measuring all the days by the hours in the paycheck, sticking to for a meaning, we've been reading all the same text. 2 days of rest, then it's off to the races again. Hey, I know my friend, always hoping that the answer is around the bend. Well, the bend we will, but we won't break, 'cause today is a good day to make a change. I don't know, but I've been told you never grow up if you feed your soul. Like a child, you will run free and wild under the sun. Taking me back to the days when I was younger, living it every day with the fire and a hunger. No ties, suits and ties, fancy shoes, Monday blues, work commutes, and conference rooms, all the things that I told you I would never do. Oh, something's gotta change. I don't know, but I've been told you never grow up if you feed your soul. Like a child, you will run free and wild under the sun. Nothing gonna change, nothing gonna change now. Nothing gonna change, nothing gonna change. Nothing gonna change, nothing gonna change now. Nothing gonna change, nothing gonna change now. I think my soul needs feeding. 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 Fill it up with the good good stuff, like the woman that you love, and the coffee in your cup. All the good stuff, the good stuff. Fill it up with the good stuff, like the woman that you love, and the coffee in your cup. All the good stuff, feed the soul. I don't know, but I've been told you never grow up if you feed your soul. Like a child, you will run free and wild under the sun, 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 sunlight. I don't know, but I've been told you never grow up if you feed your soul. Like a child, you will run free and wild under the sun. Free and wild under the sun. Free and wild under the sun. I don't know, but I've been told never grow up if you feed your soul.
I've been reading books of old, the legends and the myths, Achilles and his gold, Achilles and his gifts, Spider-Man's control, and Batman with his fists. And clearly I don't see myself upon that list. She said, where'd you wanna go? How much you wanna risk? I'm not looking for somebody with some superhuman gifts, some superhero, some fairy tale bliss, just something I can turn to, somebody I can kiss. I want something just like this. Oh, I want something just like this. Oh, I want something just like this. I want something just like this. The legends and the myths, the testaments that told, the moon and its eclipse, and Superman arose the ship before he lived. But I'm not the kind of person that it fits. She said, where'd you wanna go? How much you wanna risk? I'm not looking for somebody with some superhuman gifts, some superhero, some fairy tale bliss, just something I can turn to, somebody I can miss. I want something just like this. I want something just like this. Oh, I want something just like this. Oh, I want something just like this. Where'd you wanna go? How much you wanna risk? I'm looking for somebody with some superhuman gifts, some superhero, some fairy tale bliss, just something I can turn to, somebody I can kiss. I want something just like this. Something just like this. I want something just like this.
Oh, I want something just like this.
Do we need a little bit more time?
Nope.
You're all good? Awesome. Okay. I'll just change the slide over. Okay. So well done for filling out that chart there. Just looking at your table, you know, are there areas that have a lot of goals in them? Some goals might fit into multiple categories. You know, is there some with less, you know? Other ones with less in them, you know, are they areas of life that you're really happy in, you know? Oops. Or, you know, do you have less because it's not something you've really thought of, you know? For example, your money goal column, sorry. Is it a bit bare because, you know, you're happy with your finances at the moment? Or is it because, you know, you're uncomfortable with money goals? So I'm going to give you another song just to think about, you know, those columns that are a bit bare. Are you really happy in that area of life? Or do you need to, you know, think of some other big goals, you know, in that area? So I'll give you one more song just to, you know, fill in a few that you maybe haven't thought of before. Yeah.
Do something kind of crazy. Drive all night with you right next to me. Feel the pounding of your heartbeat. When we get up high, won't look down, we won't look back. Yeah, when I die, I wanna know I lived like that. Spaces, fly like the wind in high places, rushing like water on my face, with your hand in my hand. Ooh, I wanna dance into the moment, kiss you like you never been kissed before. I would go anywhere you won't go, with your hand in my hand. I wanna go, make pictures look like postcards. I wanna go, take the train and watch you sleep right in my arms. I wanna go where we don't know where we are. Climb something high, don't look down and don't look back. Yeah, when I die, I wanna know I live like that. I wanna run in wide spaces, fly like the wind in high places, rushing like water on my face, with your hand in my hand. Ooh, I wanna dance into the moment, kiss you like you never been kissed before. I would go anywhere you won't go, with your hand in my hand. So many things in this world I wanna do, and when I die, I wanna know you did them too, baby. I wanna run in wide spaces, fly like the wind in high places, rushing like water on my face, with your hand in my hand. Ooh, I wanna dance into the moment, kiss you like you never been kissed before. I would go anywhere you won't go, with your hand in my hand. I wanna run in wide spaces, fly like the wind in high places, rushing like water on my face, with your hand in my hand. Ooh, I wanna dance into the moment, kiss you like you never been kissed before. I would go anywhere you won't go, with your hand in my hand.
Awesome sauce. You need some juice, Catherine. Cool. Well, I hope that, you know, reflection on those areas really helps. What I do with this table personally is like I stick it up on the wall. So 1 month I might be really focusing on my health, trying to, you know, get my health, you know, just the way I want it. And then the next month I might choose to focus on, you know, my money goals. So, you know, and having it up somewhere, you know, you're constantly thinking, oh, you know, I really thought of a really cool goal that I really want to do, you know, I can chuck it on there. Or, yeah, it just keeps, you know, the goals front of mind, sort of thing. Well, yes. Well done. You've completed day 1. Woo, woo, woo. Yay. This is, you know, the first step towards, you know, living your best and truest life that you can. And, you know, congrats for getting, you know, ready and like stepping into that magical life. Now, if you know, left today and you didn't do tomorrow, I'll have known that, you know, I've given you a magical process of discovering who you are, what you desire in this life. But that would only be half the picture. It would be like me scooping some ice cream and putting it in your hands. You know, what do you do now? I've got this ice cream. I don't know what to do with it, you know. So tomorrow you're going to get the cone. You're going to get the structure on how to actually, you know, create those dreams, live that magical life. So yeah, if you leave today, you'll have the basics, you know, a direction towards a life, you know, where your values are prominent, you know, what you really want to feel. You'll have a big juicy vision and a big list of like wonderful desires and goals. So you can do with that what you please, or you can come tomorrow and I can share with you the magic of actually creating that magical life, you know, the nitty gritties, the how-tos, the actions, you know, that can lead to actually living the life. You know, we've done all the thoughts, we've done all the mental side of it. Tomorrow is going to be more of an action day, you know, how to actively live that magical life. So I do have a little overnight activity. Firstly, what I want you to do is, you know, have a look at that table and I want you to pick a top goal out of each column. So something that, you know, you really want to achieve like in the next year. Something on there that is like, oh, that's my highest priority, you know, or health-wise, I just, you know, really want to run this marathon, you know, that's my top goal. I'm like so focused on or whatever. And next, I'd like you to collect some images. So you can either get pictures online or you can cut some out of magazines. Now these images, they should represent, you know, what goals you're trying to achieve, what values you want to honor, what feelings you want to feel. For example, you know, it could be holiday destinations, a new house, a new car, a best-selling book that you're going to write, or, you know, a big bulging bank balance. You can also get a canvas or, you know, a bit of paper, a big bit of paper or a big poster board thing, because we're going to be making vision boards tomorrow, among other things. So yeah, that's about everything I had to say for today. What's going on? So yeah, I'm going to leave you with a fabulous song just to, you know, dance your way into the rest of your Saturday afternoon. Yeah, so thank you very much, everybody. Did anybody have any questions, comments, or anything like that they wanted to ask?
Thank you, Jamie.
No worries. If you two
Very thoughtful.
Stay on after this, I'll just play a little bit of the song and then we can press pause on the recording and have a chat. Yeah.
Mary, please answer my